Hi everyone, this is Brittany from ARPD Aquatics and welcome to Home Aquatics. So a small short summary about what Home Aquatics is. All it is a mini lesson on things that you can learn and practice at home with home appliances. And so first thing that you're going to need is a bucket or a box. It could be any color. Just as long as it's able to fit the equipment for that week's lesson. Next, you'll need for this lesson is a bowl, and I already have my water in here, but about 2 to 3 cups of water. You can either set it aside in a cup, or you can put it in a water bottle like I did, or you can get it later on once you start your lesson. And so also something that I like to do is put a note in my bucket, and all it pretty much says is it just says hi to the student, and then it asks a question about each of the topics that will be present in that lesson. And so for this week's topics, it's gonna say, hi Brittany, do you know how to blow bubbles? Why is sunscreen important? It not only is a note good for the student, it's also good for the instructor, simply because it helps as an agenda to follow along on what comes after the other. And then for the student, just allows their brain to start thinking about, the questions and the answers to those questions. All right. So we're gonna start off with bubbles. Like I said, I got my bowl with my water already in it. So about 2/3 of the way is what you want it to fill up. And so before we even get to the bowl and the water, with blowing bubbles, I always like to practice with my finger first. So I'm gonna pretend my finger is a birthday candle that I need to blow out. So all I'm gonna do is just pretend to blow it out. And once the student gets comfortable with that, then you can move on to the water. If for some reason they're not comfortable with just putting their lips to right below the surface of the water, then you can kind of just have them get close enough and still do their finger. And then once they get comfortable with that, see if they can move forward with putting their lips on there. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure that you have a flat surface on something that's not easily movable. So probably a kitchen table or a counter or a desk. And so, but however, just so you can see it, I'm going to lift mine up. Please don't do this at home. Make sure that it's flat down on a surface, a smooth, flat surface. But all I'm going to do is pretend like I am blowing a candle in the water. Just like that. You can do that for a few minutes. I also have a towel. And once you get done with that, the idea of blowing bubbles is just that you get comfortable with blowing them because they're part of the rotary breathing when it comes to swimming. And so once you're done with that, you spend a few minutes, no more than 5 minutes on blowing bubbles and just getting acquainted with that water. Then you're going to move on to your safety topic. And so this week's safety topic is, why is sunscreen important? And so sunscreen is important because it protects your skin from the sun. Most pools that we go to, they are in direct contact with the sun, which means that you're out and open to the sun, and the sun can be harsh to our skin. And so we have to make sure that we have our sunscreen. This is my travel one because I have a big bottle, so I just put it in here. But when you put it on, you want to make sure that you don't just leave it like that. You want to rub it in. Because when you just leave it as a white film that's on your skin, sometimes it can be patchy, streaky, which means that certain areas of your skin are actually not protected. They have no sunscreen on them. And so this just ensures that it is actually getting into every crevice of your pores, your skin, and actually saturating it and protecting it to its best capability. And so one other tip when looking for sunscreen, you want to make sure that your sunscreen has a SPF of 30, at least 30. It gives the most coverage for the sun. And that is all for today's lesson. I hope that you really enjoyed this lesson. Please stay tuned for lesson 2. And once again, I'm your host, Brittany, and thank you for watching Home Aquatics. Bye.